I am Rifleman Gurung from C Company, the 1st Battalion of the Royal Gurkha Rifles, and I am the youngest rifleman of my company. Right now, we are in Australia for the Exercise Pacific Kukri 2023. This exercise is to work with the Australian Defence Force and the US Marines to know how they operate, to share each other tactics in the conventional war in Darwin. Since being here in Australia, we have done various training. We know how they operate in the water, how they operate in the jungle. We have done the blank firing and the live firing with the section platoon up to the company level. That's with the Australian Defence Force.
So, F3 Brunei.
US Marines.
Gurkha friendlies in vicinity of Alpha 4.
And the joint fighting.
So my name is Lieutenant Daniel Perkins. I'm a Joint Fires Team Commander from 812 Regiment, Royal Australian Artillery.
10 Alpha 5 cleared.
My role as a Joint Fires Team Commander during Exercise Pacific Kukri is to provide joint fires and effects in support of Combat Team Kukri's clearance throughout the AO. This sees me use mortars.
156, full parallel! Full parallel!
Post 2! 3! Away! 1! Ready!
Direct fire support weapons to help support manoeuvre. So the composition of my team is I have myself, my AC, who pretty much watches over everything that I do and is about a Lance Corporal equivalent or a Corporal equivalent. I also have 2 further people in my team, a very small team, but it's exactly what we need to get the job done. How the process works for my role is that I'll acquire a target and I'll gain process through my ground commander, gather his intent and what to do, and then that'll get processed into firing data, which I pass on to the Joint Fires Effect Coordination Centre.
6115.
And from there, they'll distribute that fires to surface-to-surface assets, being USMC mortars, in order to enable that strike to occur.
My name's Corporal Sam Concialdi. I'm with 3rd Battalion 1st Marines. My role as the section leader for my mortar section is I'll receive the order from the Australian Joint Fires team, or whether it's an American team or a Gurkha team. And I work with my FDC, which is my Fire Direction Center, to turn that location data or target data into firing data. Then I give it to the gun line, and the gun line can now fire at that target.
1136. 3
During this exercise, our main focus is integrating with the Australians and the Gurkhas, really trying to work towards like a one team kind of attitude. We do things a lot different sometimes, some things we do are similar. So really our main goal is just building a good relationship with the Australians and the Gurkhas and trying to work together as best we can.
My name's Major Jack Miller and I'm OC C Company from 1st Battalion Royal Gurkha Rifles. I'm leading the 1RGR deployment to Australia for Exercise Pacific Kukri 23. C Company are here in Australia to conduct combined arms manoeuvre training. We don't have the real estate to do that in Brunei because of the jungle. It's primary jungle and it's a bit too difficult to be firing mortars and machine guns all in one place. So we come here to validate the training level, Echo and Charlie, and use all of our manoeuvre assets. So we're using Mount Bundey training area in the Northern Territories in Australia, I think Outback. It's rough, rugged, very rocky terrain, and the benefits for us coming here is the impact area is enormous, so we can fire mortars and guns in support of company manoeuvre. We've got a lot of space to manoeuvre around in and a lot of area to play with. Initially in the planning, Exercise PK was going to be 1RGR C Company deploying on their own with our own assets. But in the planning process, we saw an opportunity to train with the Australian Defence Force. And while that planning was ongoing, the Marine Rotational Force in Darwin also offered up some support. So we've ended up training with the ADF and also the US Marine Corps. So while we've been here, we've been fortunate enough to work closely with the Australians. We've been using their Bushmaster protected mobility vehicle. and they've also offered up their Zodiac craft, which is a rib. So we've done some full mission profile work, inserting by boat and then using the Bushmasters throughout the exercise. We've really learnt a lot from coming here, and it was great to work with the US Marine Corps and the Australians to learn from them how they deal with it, how they manoeuvre out here. It's definitely been a huge advantage to this exercise to work with them.
From an Australian soldier's point of view, integrating with 1RGR has been absolutely amazing. I know that for me it's been a highlight of my career. I know that from the perspective of my soldiers, they definitely look towards the RGR, and they definitely see the hard work that they do. And I think that they're very, very privileged. We're all very privileged to have been part of this exercise.
I would describe the Gurkhas as, they definitely don't talk too much, they're pretty to themselves, but they're real cool guys. We got to be around them a little bit, and I'm definitely excited to see how they do things and work with them throughout the rest of this exercise.
I think I'm unbelievably proud because every single person deployed in this exercise has grafted from start to finish and worked so hard, both in training and out of training, to learn, be better soldiers and to mix with our counterparts here. But I also think that for me personally, there's no greater privilege than commanding Gurkha soldiers, and to get to do a combined arms exercise with 2 other nations, live and blank, overseas for 6 weeks, and test current doctrine, themes and trends is unbelievable and it's unparalleled. So I feel so lucky to have been given the opportunity, and I'm also unbelievably proud of the effort that everyone's put in.